Peace, families. If you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content. So picking up on some hip-hop news from over the past week, according to Hip Hop World and other media news sources, Fetty Wap has been arrested by the FBI at a Rolling Loud concert. So it was reported initially by TMZ that Fetty and others have reportedly been arrested for distributing more than 100 kilograms of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine across Long Island and New Jersey. So the feds claim that the drugs were first obtained on the West Coast and used USPS vehicles with secret compartments to smuggle them to the East Coast. And the documents say that during their investigation, they obtained $50 million in cash, 16 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, fentanyl pills, pistols, handguns, and a rifle. And they say if convicted, the defendants could face life in prison. So Fetty Wap was scheduled to perform at Rolling Loud, but they said it never happened, and it's all because the feds grabbed him before he got to hit the stage. So definitely interesting news on that note. In other top news, Alpo Martinez has reportedly been gunned down in Harlem. And, you know, this has been breaking news in the hip-hop community. A lot of people remember the Paid in Full movie, seeing Cameron's portrayal, Rico of Alpo, and it portraying some of the incidents that happened in his life, including the murder of Rich Porter, and, you know, going out to testify and stuff like that. So it's been reported that he was hit up after leaving the club, and there's been, you know, an abundance of people speaking on it, you know, from the hip-hop community and different communities and stuff. So it's definitely quite a topical one. You know, everybody's got their thoughts on it and what happened. What do you guys think? Be sure to let us know your thoughts as well. You know, we want to say rest in peace to Rich Porter and stuff like that, you know, definitely. And hopefully his family, you know, get some kind of solace and stuff now. So also over the weekend, JayZ had a hit performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, he came out and he shouted at Dame Dash. And he said, shout out to Dame. I know we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase your accomplishments. And I appreciate you and thank you for that. Which, you know, a lot of people tip their cap to Jay, say, you know, great thing to do. Show Dame and Dash love and stuff like that. You know, definitely respect to Jay on a positive note for being inducted in the Hall of Fame and stuff. And I believe, you know, one of the first rappers to be in there like that. So definitely a good look and stuff. Him representing for hip hop. Could we see Dame Dash and Jay potentially reconnect? I mean, who knows? That would definitely be a good look for hip hop and stuff, man. So, you know, in other news, there's been quite a few things that have happened this weekend. Let's see what else we can share with you guys. Snoop Dogg has shared a story with his work that he's now been doing with Def Jam, speaking on how he helped Warren G work on his music in secret because he didn't want Death Row to get a piece of it and Suge was taking everything. So, you know, this is coming with Snoop Dogg getting a new position at Def Jam Records. And, you know, Snoop went on to say, I'm a big fan of Def Jam as a rapper, as a kid, as a man. I just missed the mystique of Def Jam Records and what it's meant to hip hop and what it's all about. So he says that the only label that Death Row saw as competition was Def Jam. And he spoke a bit about Warren G. And he says he was trying to protect Warren G from Suge Knight at the time. Suge was taking everything. So they wanted to make sure Warren G had a dope record without Suge being able to get it. So he said they went silently. Him and Corrupt and a few others went to work for Warren G to make sure his record was what it was. And, you know, that was Warren G putting out his album with Def Jam and stuff. So as well in regards to some of his time with Death Row. A lot of people having mixed reviews on some of the incidents what he was allegedly a part of with Tupac and around Tupac and stuff like that. So shouts out to Snoop Dogg though. He definitely icon of stuff in the culture. I mean, speaking of Tupac, we'll share a short clip from the Art of Dialogue. It's an interview with Napoleon, formerly of the Outlawz, Utah Bill. So he's speaking on. I thought Biggie was just a bit disrespectful after Tupac getting killed, and how it led to the ire of people in California at the time. So let's check this out.
And even Sway, whoever was on the radio at that time, they was getting death threats. They was calling the radio.
Oh, wow.
They was not the DJ. They was calling the radio threatening Biggie, saying he need to leave LA. One thing about West Coast, you get a death threat, you got to take it serious. You know what I mean? So I think it was a move that, from looking at interviews and stuff like that, it seemed like Biggie was a wise person. You know what I mean? But when he did something like that, I think he was blinded by something. You know what I mean? I think he. You know what I mean? Coming out, I'm going back to Cali. Like all these things seemed like he was just rubbing it in Pac's face. When Pac was alive, you didn't come to Cali, but now he's dead. A song on the song, I'm going back to Cali. And then you saying I ain't like this. It was clear that he dissed Pac in that song. You know what I mean? Then come to the West Coast and say it on the radio. I think he took it for granted. I think he didn't realize how serious it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we encourage you guys to go on the Art Dialogue and check out the interview, the full interview. They got a lot of dope stuff on their channel. Salute to those guys. So, just a quick fire after this week, and we'll be back this week, I'm sure, with some new news updates. We want to say rest in peace to Fino or the Gambino family, and also Calio Popeye. Salute.